Hi there and welcome back, and as you can see I now have a empty Tesla, no camping setup. We did think that we had found the ultimate setup, however we've done a few trips with it, and you may have seen the first one up to Queensland. Mandy didn't really get along with the car camping, so it's not for everyone. So I since went on a camping trip myself up to Lightning Ridge and back, and worked perfectly fine for me. However, I didn't really need a double bed just for myself, so I thought what I would do is have a go at designing my own rather than spending thousands on a pre-made one. Obviously I'm not a carpenter and I don't have experience of building any kind of setup, so I've done a little bit of basic woodwork with panels and things for the van setup that we did, but apart from that I haven't built cabinets or drawers or anything like that. Going to give it a go. So with my setup I've got the fridge in the bottom here, so what I want to do is to still be able to access that. So I'll remove the panel that's there, and my thought process is this is a 60-40 split with the chairs. So I would use the 60 section for sleeping because I think the 40 might just be a little bit too small, and then keep the platform pretty low, so take it at an angle so that it still keeps it flat like the last one did, but it's going to be a lot lower than the last one. And I'll just have to make sure there's a way of still being able to open the fridge, because obviously with that open it's quite high, so I'm just going to have to work out how I can do that. Now the TerraGlide system was great because it fitted nicely around the curved edge of the door section there, which I probably won't be able to do, let's be honest. And I'm going to just make it fit along this section here, have maybe a drawer system, probably keep it as high as this, maybe just a little bit lower, so that when I'm not camping I can still put the cover on the top there. And also it needs to obviously clear for the opening of the door. And then this chair can go forward as well, but what I'm thinking is when I'm camping, I did find is I had to sit in the front seat at night time or whatever when I wasn't sitting outside the vehicle. So to be able to sit perhaps in the back, have a little bit more room, might be nice to be able to keep that area a bit clear, but I don't mind too much if I can't do that. And also having the bed platform lower, it will mean that I don't have to climb in through the back opening of the car. I can kind of be sat there and then just sort of hop onto the bed, because it's only going to be as high, literally maybe 6 inches higher than that point over there. Alright, so I have really technical tools here. I've got my scissors, a knife and a pen and some cardboard, and I'm going to see about the best way of fitting it in here. I may be able to take this platform out as well. I'll have a look and see how it's looking. I'll measure it up. That's the width that we'll be looking at, because the actual wheel arch there takes up a bit of space. That looks pretty good. It's very deep. So you can see it'll be that height, a little bit lower. Now there's a few notches in here and over, so what I think, remembering from the TerraGlide, I think it had a bit that sort of sat in there, or certainly on this ledge somewhere, just so that it didn't move. So I think that might be a good idea. And obviously I forgot about the angle of the seat as well, so it's obviously up to there for the opening. That's going to bring that lower then, and then I'll have the angle here as well, which I'll have to do something along those lines so that fits in, and then it will meet, the top part will meet with the back of the chair there, so I'll just cut that out. Alright, so that's actually pretty good, that fits perfectly with the top there. Just cut that little notch out there, and I think what might be an idea is to have a bit going down there, and also maybe to extend this down there just to give it that support. That's good for that side. Now this side is going to be a bit harder, I think, because I don't have the platform, so I'm going to have to ponder that one for a bit, because I think what will have to happen is was going to have to be deeper at that back part there, maybe separate this off. It's probably going to be the easiest option, so I'll have a play around with that and see what that looks like. So I just quickly printed off this scribing tool, and hopefully it's worked. So we've got a rough shape around there so that will fit into this bit down here, so I'm going to cut that out. Alright, moment of truth. She fits perfect where I measured it, but unfortunately it needs to be here, so that's not too bad. It's just this point here, and then meet that up with the back bit. Alright, take 2. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'll probably just trim a little bit more off of that curve, and then the bit I've taken off I'll measure, add that onto the top so that it meets level with this, and then make one complete template. With this one I've just attached 2 bits together just to give it, I mean it's not obviously the width of the wood, but that's about 9mm, so I'd probably have to go with a minimum of 12, I'd say, probably, for the actual wood itself. Alright, I'll get that second template done. Alright, I've attached 2 bits together for the most part to hopefully raise it up to there. That fits pretty well. I'll just pop that seat up. Alright, so it just needs maybe a little bit off the top there, but what I'm thinking is, you can see here it's kind of just resting on here, so probably what I would do, these are obviously kind of almost level at the moment, but rather than push this back anymore, I think I would probably add a little bit onto here. I think I'll have to shut the door and then from the inside see whether this touches or not, and then that way hopefully it's pretty level at the top, so that's good. Just need to get them lined up at the front. It's going to have to stick out more than this one. This is the space it gives me here, which I'm looking at roughly 11 inches. I think that's probably going to be a fairly decent sized drawer, be quite long. So I might only do maybe a 600 drawer slide. I'll see what measurements they come in. And then the other side, I could have a shelves which would fit well for like clothes and things like that, so that when I'm in the car I can put that seat down and access clothes from the other side. Just might be another storage option. Just created a slope there at the end of each of these ones, so that's going to sit exactly there. I've measured, well, I've got inside obviously, closed these off and measured them to what they should be. This one I can, as I said, can afford to come out a little bit, probably another centimetre, just to give that a little bit of extra room. So I just did a quick mock-up to see what it would be like with some shelves. I think they might be quite useful actually. Just 2 shelves there. I'm just going to have the top lid so something can sit up on the top there as well. There is that extra bit of floor space there, so what I might do with this one, rather than having a shelf, just have the support being there to hold it, just sitting on this ridge that there is. Then that can be an open space and it just allowed to go underneath that hidden part there. Could then potentially put a shelf here, I guess, and then one here or something like that. Yeah, I think that actually will work pretty well, because then when you put the chair up, it fits pretty nicely behind there. And then it's kind of hidden. That way I can use the seating area and then jump into bed and I can put that down. Alright, I think that's about it for this episode. If you want to see how we get on with this, join me on the next video when hopefully I get this put onto some wood and we have a frame ready to go.